I'm not really sure what to say. Everything's falling apart. My whole life is falling apart. I'm taking the dogs to get put down. My partner and my mom are more at odds than ever. And I'm just trying so hard to just hold it all together. I feel like I'm failing myself and my family, especially my daughter. There's not much more to say. Okay, so let's try this for real. Hi, my name is Joey. Welcome to Phoenix. #risingfromtheashes. And today, I am not rising. No, I'm falling. My dogs died. Well, they were killed. I mean, that's what you do with dogs, right? Let's be honest. Trigger warning, this is all about dog death. But you know what? It's not really about dog death. I mean, yeah, there's that. But what this is really about is the death of a family. And the death of peace. And the death of cooperation. This morning is cleaning day. And I got up quite early, let the dogs out. But as has been happening recently, they had peed in the house. And pooped. So I quickly picked up the poop and got them outside. And I put a towel over the pee, intending to get back to it. But then 50,000 other things came up and I didn't get back to it. So about 20 minutes later, I walk out into the kitchen where my mom is in tears, picking up the towel that I left there with the pee, telling me how she doesn't deserve this. She doesn't know what she did to deserve this. And basically, like, was in tears. And you know, my mom's not in tears very often. I could probably count on one hand and still have fingers left over the amount of times I've seen her cry in my life. I mean real cry. I don't mean like at weddings or, you know, I'm not talking about that kind of crying. I mean like real crying. She was really upset. You know, I figured probably because she's getting the house clean today and she knows those dogs are just going to piss on the floor again. And it makes her crazy. So whatever. So I said, okay, take them. Call, make the arrangements. Take them. Because at this point, I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of feeling guilty about it. And maybe it was a little bit of a bluff Maybe a little bit, although I knew it wouldn't matter. She'd do it anyway. She's had it out for those dogs since we got them. I think they were less than a year before she was like, seriously, we need to get rid of them. And then again, at like 5 years, I think she was like, we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of them. So much so that we actually called around to try and find some place that would take them. And when we moved here, one of them came down with an ear infection that we took her to the vet thinking, oh, this is going to be it, because we didn't know, They said, that's not what's wrong. She just needs, ear attention. Unless you want to surrender them. I did not want to surrender them. We almost did, but I said no. In the end, I said no. They're my dogs. You don't get a dog until it's not convenient anymore, and then get rid of it. I don't work that way. So fine. So we kept him. And now today, I finally said, all right, take them. They're 14 years old. That one can hardly get around. He can't see. Well, that could be his hair. But, so fine. So take him. I feel like I don't have choices sometimes. I just do things just to make people happy. So fine. We'll take them then. Okay. The bitch still has to say to me, I neglect the fucking dogs. After I'm giving her way, she still has to put me down. Like I don't know I fucking neglect the dogs. Like I don't know I'm a fucking trash human. After I tell you can kill my dogs, you gotta, hey, give me that last little one, huh? Yeah. Okay. So fine. So I made the mistake of telling Angie this. Now, Angie is pretty much had it with my mom at this point. Which is fine. She doesn't feel like she's respected. She doesn't feel like my mom has any genuine likeness or affection for her. Fine. She's through. Okay. But she's got to come out and yell at my mom for being an asshole. I don't like this. I don't find this right. But I'm not really in the best frame of mind, I guess, to like come to the defense of somebody, you know, when I feel like upset with them too, I guess. I just said, no, I'm not gonna let her say whatever she wants. I don't care. Because I, you know, in my head was just like echoing all that ugly stuff she was saying. I was like, yep. Well, maybe that's a little harsh, but pretty much, yep. So, back to the dogs. We loaded them in the car, took them to the vet. I always am there with my animals if I absolutely can be when they go, because that's the only way I can be okay with the situation. Like, I can't let them go by themselves. So they took him back into the back to get a catheter started, and put my mom and I in a room, and we waited and waited and waited and waited a long ass time. So finally my mom's like going out. She went out to see what was going on. Well, apparently the doctor feels that it is not the dog's time to go. Other than that they need a haircut and a bath, they're healthy. They're just old. To which my mother says, they pee all over the house. But they're not sick, the doctor said. So what do they want to do? They want us to surrender them. Okay, so why don't I surrender them? Okay, fine. They even said, we can hook you up with a non-kill shelter to help you. This is a terrible position to put me in. Terrible. I'm so angry at her for making me in this position to make this decision. I'm sorry. I'm trying to compose myself. Because the truth is, I just want to yell right now. I just want to yell about how pissed off I am. But that is not productive in the least. And I'm trying to work this out, so let's just not yell or name call or accuse. Facts. I can't surrender those dogs. I can't surrender them to the Humane Society for them to live in a kennel for however long they're there until they're killed. They will die alone and will have been abandoned first. I can't do that. I can't do that. So the only other choice is the vet conceded to doing the euthanasia, but was very adamant to point out that the dogs are simply old. Okay, so I went with the euthanasia. Maybe some people would say that was good. Some people would say you're a scum. I would say it was the only decision I could make. It was the best of a shitty, fucked up situation. Because maybe it was just selfish. Because I was going to say, I can't go on not knowing what's happened to my dogs and having them think I abandoned them. They're 14 years old. I'm not going to abandon them at this point in their lives. So we waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for a long ass time for them to actually do the catheter and bring the dogs in. While we waited, I told my mother I was done with her. I was done with the situation. And I'm going to find somewhere else to live, I guess. Or something else. I don't want to do that. But I don't know what else to do. Nobody can get along. You know? Nobody can get along. And I know everyone's quick to blame Angie. Everyone's always quick to blame her. Even me. But I just don't think this is all her. And I think that there's some bitterness and resentment on the part of my mother that she does not want to address, let alone resolve. And I'm fucking through with it. If she can't respect the partner I've chosen in life and the parent to her grandchild, I don't know. That's her loss, I guess. But it's not just her loss. It's her grandchild's loss, too. My loss. I feel like I don't have a mother anymore. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And I don't want it to be like this, but there you go. Excuse me. I don't think I have anything else to say.